We here.
Yes, sir.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the 6ixYardBox podcast. This is episode 73, my favorite number. And welcome back to our final in-studio
Like,
episode.
of course it is.
73 is your favorite number.
It's my favorite number.
Why? How did
I feel
you
like I
come to
just see it everywhere.
Okay. Where?
Like in just places. You know?
Guy said where?
It was also Kobe Mainu's first number for United, which has no relevance to this because it was my favorite number before. I'm just saying. Anyways.
Okay.
Welcome back to our final in-studio podcast episode of 2024. And lads, I'm going to pose to you as we go around the table, what's been your favorite moment here this year?
Whoa.
Yeah, and we're gonna come to it. But welcome back to the podcast, everybody. I'm here joined by the lovely, extra lovely today, Miles O'Berger, Blake Talbis, Anton Leonard to my right, as always. And it's another Champions League week, Premier League wrapped up, double game week in the Prem, for most teams at least. And here we're talking about all of it.
Okay.
What are you pointing to?
I'm pointing to the lights. I think we need to turn them up
I will go turn on the lights.
Great.
Antoine,
because Antoine
You're
looks like
putting
he's
me
in the
on the spot?
Antoine looks like he's.
does anybody want to tell me their favorite moment of the year while I go turn up the lights?
Well, I need to think of it, first of all.
I can't even remember like what we talked about last week, honestly. So
Unbelievable.
Okay, what's been your favorite moment?
Animal 11 was 2024.
Oh, 2024. I thought you meant this season.
well, no, this year. 'cause
Okay,
it's
then
like
yeah,
calendar
undoubtedly.
year?
I think
6ixYardBox wrapped. You know.
no, I think undoubtedly it has to be Animal.
No, we
11.
can think of something a little better. That's like basic, you know.
It was fun though. Like after that episode, we walked out saying that was my favorite.
This
episode.
is the best. Ever.
Yeah, I can't tell you.
Would have been some arguments that we've had. A few Arsenal agenda
I mean,
arguments.
it still exists, but it does. But
I liked the Ballon d'Or week we had this year. That was a good podcast.
That was just a great episode. We had Ten Hag getting sacked,
Yeah.
the Ballon d'Or robbery.
that was a good.
that was
yeah.
a good episode.
Guys, I don't know. Like, I really don't know. You
all
should have
the-
gave me some.
All the City hate recently has been hitting well, but now you hate on Liverpool. So
Like, let's see. Like,
Any remote pods up there?
no.
our Euros preview, we had our first 2-hour podcast.
Yeah. I like that pod.
I don't know how
Wasn't
we
that
do it.
just me and you?
No, it was us three.
No, that
Oh,
it was
okay.
us three.
Actually, no, it was us four.
It was us four.
It was us four.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my!
You
I got
didn't talk
mad
much,
at
but-
Miles at that episode.
Oh, yeah.
I remember that. That was a great episode, actually.
Why'd you get mad at
Why'd you
Miles?
get mad at
Do
me?
tell.
Cause why did I get mad at Miles? I don't remember. It was probably some. Dumb
I think you
thing.
were brushing your teeth in the middle of the episode.
Was it?
Really?
No, I think I just got mad because he wasn't talking much, and then he pulled out a bad take. So it
Oh
just
yeah, I
pissed me
pulled
off.
out a bad take and he goes, you can fucking talk.
Against France, too. That's the
Against
nail in the
France.
coffin.
I just didn't. Yeah.
She hit the homeland, and
Our episode called Spoiling the 24-25 Premier League season, where I said Liverpool would come 8th.
Yeah, that was kind of crazy.
ages like wine.
That was kind of crazy.
I did say that City would fall off, though.
In your defense, most of your takes age well. I think. I look back and I was watching some,
I hope it
some of our
does.
old TikToks, like the Arne Slot one. Beautiful.
Yeah, I didn't know who he was half an hour before that TikTok, but
It's called research, baby. It's called research.
But yeah,
yo, what else? Footy Quiplash was good.
yeah, it was cool.
We had
was
some
fun.
good moments there.
It was fun.
Not
It
all,
wasn't- it wasn't
not all
podcast,
could
though.
be included
Yeah,
in
Miles. But
the video, but
Okay, Antoine.
no,
had one
Antoine
that
was the
could-
only
Yeah.
one
Mine
who
was the
had
one
one
that
that didn't get included in the actual
When the
TikTok.
cameras were on, his was.
there you go.
number one.
Okay,
I'm not sure the cameras were on for my moment.
fair.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then a bunch of episodes hating on the international break. Okay, anyways,
That's my
That's his
favorite.
favorite.
That's
Oh,
my
yeah.
favorite.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
loves those.
including a bunch of Arsenal crash outs as well, which brings us on to the first topic of this episode. Boys, we got to talk about Arsenal a little bit, who have had a mixed week. Obviously, you beat United.
Could have saw this coming.
About this time last week.
Coulda saw this
doing
coming.
No, seriously.
No,
like,
bro.
This is a genuine issue we have to talk about.
With me?
Because
Yep.
every single time
Okay.
Arsenal
Right.
put in a slightly below par performance. Not even a bad performance. Slightly below par performance from what they were used to last season. Blake says, and I quote, guys, all of our teams have been playing shit this week. All of our teams are in the slums this week.
Okay, slums is crazy,
That-
but
I mean,
so do you think you can guess to me? We played 15 games. Arsenal's played 15 games. Guess how many times we dropped points already this season?
5 times.
7 times.
you said, man, all of our teams
Is
are
that
shit.
all comps?
We've dropped in the Premier
In the
League.
Prem?
We've dropped points 7 times in the Premier League
Okay.
already. Okay?
Okay.
Now, if I take a quick little look-see at last season, which I would love to do, but I don't know how to do that right now. I think all of last season was like 9. All of last season, we dropped 9 points. If someone can fact check that for me. But I think it was something close to that.
Yep.
Okay.
Already 7 so far this season.
You're still third.
And Liverpool are going to win their next game against Fulham, who we just dropped points to. And then it's 9 points again. And we had a chance to close the gap even more, be on the same points as Chelsea, be a 4-point gap. Because it's also like football is such a mind game. 4 points back with a game in hand is a lot better than 6 with a game in hand. You understand? I'm like in Liverpool's perspective, points on the table are better than theoretical points that could happen. Yeah. Someone, I just, this team is just, I'm not
on a scale of 1 to 10.
Yeah.
On the panic meter, where are you right now?
I'm
with
not
Arsenal?
panicked. I'm just frustrated.
I was about to say.
Like, I'm not panicked.
Okay,
Like,
so
I'm not
you're
Arteta.
not.
The people who are calling for Arteta out are fucking clueless.
I
That
wouldn't
should
say
make you-
panic. Panic would be like you're fucking losing your mind because you're almost sure that the league is gone.
we're not gonna win the league this season. I don't think we will. Like, now going into every game, like, I wasn't really frustrated. I was a little hungover, but I'm not really frustrated going into the Fulham game, watching that, because like, it's kind of nice. I've taken a step back and just enjoyed the football. I mean, I didn't enjoy that game per se, but I'm enjoying the football for what it is and not so much about winning. Because at this point, I don't think we're gonna win the league, so there's no point in me getting super amped up about every win and loss because we're not good enough this season. So, yeah. And people calling for Arteta out are fucking ridiculous. Because what is Arteta supposed to do when Martinelli's just casually offside for the game-winning goal that would have stood if he wasn't offside for no reason? What is Arteta supposed to do when our striker cannot score by himself? He needs to be force-fed the ball and a good chance to score. He'll put away goals more than the average striker, sure, if they're available to him. But he's not going to do anything like a Gyökeres, like an Isaac, like a Holland, who can, like, you know, make something magical a little bit. What is he supposed to do with that? What is he supposed to do when people are calling for him to play a left back or a right back? Miles Lewis-Skelly, who's like 17, who has no Premier League experience, but they want him to play at right back or left back instead of Partey because they think it's a better fit instead of the guy who's played like a million games for club and country.
Yeah.
What is he supposed to do? And people are calling him to go after everything that we've been through.
No, I agree.
Ridiculous.
I agree with you. But bro, you know how people on social media is it's the craziest take over the best take that goes the most viral. That's the world we live in it?
Fair.
Blake's a big beneficiary of that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Arsenal dropped points 10 times last year. Same amount as City. City just had more draws than losses. So
I'm telling you, you'll be fine.
Yeah, like we say this
Not
every
saying
week.
you'll 100% win the league, but like
Then
you
that's
said,
not fine.
But this time last week, you were going, guys, Liverpool are going to drop points. Liverpool,
And they did.
Liverpool are going to go on a skid, and they did, and they'll drop more. You know they'll drop more.
and we probably will too.
Well, who will drop? Who will drop more? That's the question, isn't it?
Probably us.
They have harder fixtures. All right, they'll be fine.
I mean, they're not showing any proof of playing bad against the tough fixtures. I remember we were looking at their upcoming schedule like a month ago when it was all the top teams, the Leverkusens, Madrid,
Yeah.
and we were like, this is where Arne Slot really needs to prove himself.
That's true.
This is to see if Liverpool's a fraud team or not. And
That's true.
they've won almost every single game.
And
That
they
is
just
true.
they just tied.
They've been really impressive right now, but it is right now. It's like a small sample size, and we have to see how they are.
They just
over the
tied
next
to
few
Nuki,
months.
no?
Yeah.
In midweek.
They did
Their last
a
taste
little
of-
bit, unfortunately.
Their last
in the last
tape,
minute, but
no, it
was a
not
Kelleher
unfortunate.
mistake.
I'm not. No.
It was.
Do you know how many mistakes Liverpool have been gifted throughout this whole season so far? That whole game against who was it? No, not Everton. Who was it? What was the game before the City game
For Liverpool or for Arsenal?
for Liverpool?
Southampton?
Southampton. Remember Southampton gave them like 3 goals? We had that whole debate. So no, it wasn't lucky. It was them finally getting a little bit of, you know, footballing aura that comes and goes. Anyway, back to Arsenal quickly. So the team news that came out of training today. Miles, you want to say it or you want me to say it?
Go for it.
So here's the people out for Arsenal
Okay.
today who were not training for the upcoming Champions League game. Thomas Partey, Gabriel, Jurriën Timber, Alexander Zinchenko, Benjamin White, Taki Tomiyasu, and Calafiori. So that's 7 potential defenders.
That's
Lord.
basically all our That's all our wingbacks.
That's all our wingbacks. So again, not an excuse, but
Shouldn't be.
all these Liverpool people, we have injuries. Like, yeah, you have injuries. You
No
don't
one's
have a whole
complaining
block. I've seen Liverpool people online saying that.
I don't know about that.
Okay.
And
Okay, I've literally
remember-
seen it, but okay.
last week.
Yeah, I said they have injuries too.
No, last week I brought up the Arne Slot quote on injuries.
Yeah, it's not an excuse, but I'm saying their injuries aren't 7 fucking block of players. Like, what would you rather have? A defender, a midfielder, a striker out, or just your whole potential back line out, or your whole set of fullbacks out?
But it is an excuse in a way then.
Sure. But it's still unfair. I mean, unlucky per se. But yeah, we should. I said this before. We should be good enough to do it no matter what. But we're not, because we're not good enough right now. And yeah,
You're really not.
Gabriel Martinelli. Wow. Yeah, I'm out on him. I'm out on Havertz too. Like he's too like. I get he had a great start to the season, and I remember saying, I was like, do we really need a striker anymore?
I think in recent weeks you've kind of fallen into either relying on moments of brilliance from Bukayo Saka or set piece after set piece. And I think the corner FC narrative is a little bit stupid because you guys are fucking amazing at them, and I would play for corners too if I were you.
Thank you. We also don't do that. Like, we get corners, like, we don't try to get corners. You know what I mean? We still play the normal way, and we just get corners.
Fair.
But, yeah.
But it's literally all I've been seeing is like moment of brilliance from Saka or Odegaard at times.
Yeah.
Or amazing set piece.
Well, that's what it is, right? It's
like I feel like last year it was almost a more complete unit of a performance than I've seen this season at times from you
agreed.
guys.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's not, this team isn't the way, what we expected them to be.
You've also just been so like bipolar in your performances, bro. Like you'll be like, we came here last week, like, oh my God, Arsenal are back. Blake was complaining too much. Blah, 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 blah. You were overreacting. You guys are going to go on a run now and fucking do it. The week before that, we were panicking. The week before that, you were good again. Who says that next week we won't come in here saying like, oh my goodness, Arsenal are back.
And that's
like,
the problem.
They won both their games 6-0. Like, what were we panicking about?
Oh, we have Everton. Oh, no. We have Everton. Oh, at home.
Oh no, we have Everton, guys.
Guys, like, I'm not. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not confident at any game anymore. And call me stupid.
When have you been? When have you been? When have you
Call me
been?
dumb
You have
fan.
Monaco in Champions League at the midweek.
I think we'll win that game.
Thank you.
But
Okay. You
but
should.
We should.
You should.
We should win against Everton. we
Guys,
should win against.
That's what I'm saying.
Guys,
We should win against Everton. We should win against Palace in the EFL Cup. We
So
should win
if
against.
you do win against Everton, Monaco, Palace, which team you play next, are you gonna come back here next week and be like, oh yeah, we're so back?
Okay, so first of all, I haven't said that.
No. To be fair to him, he's always negative about his team. Like,
but-
guys, Sporting is such a tough game. You win 5-1. Guys, West Ham is such a losable game. They're up 5-2 at halftime.
5-2, and then what do you say?
Guys,
I fear we may be back.
I did say that.
You
I
did say that.
But
I
that
said
was
I
heat of the
fear.
moment, right? In the
I said I
results.
fear.
And then what'd you say about the United game? Guys, I got a weird feeling about this. And
And we didn't play amazing. We played good, but we didn't play amazing.
You're by far the better team. By far the better
And then against Fulham, a bogey team who we've always struggled with, who we only got 1 point off of last year, fucked us over again. And I probably went in last week and said it's going to be tough. And it was tough.
It was tough.
Because Kivior can't defend consistently as Gabriel. You're saying that goal wasn't...
No, I didn't let.
I know.
Finish your statement.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Can't defend as consistently as Gabriel. We have Party at fullback. And Bob's your uncle.
That was one. That was literally, they got so lucky. That was the only chance they had, and good for them. They took it and they scored. That's
Seems
just unlucky.
to me like we need to be better. Like, I'm not
Of
looking...
course, we need to be better, but that was just that was one moment of brilliance from one player, and it's just the way it goes. They took their chance, whereas we had so many chances and didn't take our chances.
Seems like a recurring theme in 7 of the 15 games we played so far. When all of last season we dropped points 5 times, along with City. City dropped points 10 times rather. So we're already more than 70% of the way through. Or I guess 70% of the way through our dropping points rate as of last year. Anyway, there's a lot
You
of
were
Arsenal.
much better in the second half of last season. You were.
Yeah, I don't know, guys. Like,
Lad, you'll be like, I look at the top 3 in the Premier League right now, and you are the team with the least amount of question marks. Because Liverpool, they've had injuries, but we don't know what will happen if they have like a core one. Plus,
A what?
like a core injury,
Okay.
like a one to like their spine that's like actually super important to the way that they play. Chelsea,
Trent is
we don't
important.
know. They both have new managers. It's the start of the season. We don't know how they're going to be over the course of a 10-month Prem season. Arsenal are the most proven product out of the three teams there, in my opinion.
yeah, but
And also with the December matches, it's proven, especially for Arsenal, but for pretty much every team, it really proves how good of a team you actually are once you make it to the midpoint in January after all those games, and if you can really be resilient and show that you can perform with all those games. And it just shows if you, what your team is actually about. Because playing once a week is like, all right, cool, or playing twice a week against some bogey team in the middle of Europe. But when it really comes down to it, after January 1st, I don't know. We'll see. I don't know.
I'm not convinced.
Just score from open play, isn't it?
Yeah. No, genuinely, yeah.
I know.
I'm not convinced. And
You so rage baited him with that.
no, he's right though. Like, he's right. We don't score from open. We haven't scored from open play in like 3
You
games.
didn't all last week, right?
So whatever. It's unfortunate because inevitably, if Arsenal don't win a title this season, a major title, like I don't care about an FA Cup. Like I do. I want us to win the UEFA Cup. Want us to win the FA Cup. But like, I don't care. Like it doesn't change the narrative of Arteta. Like and this team. Like yeah, it's good, but they won an FA Cup last year. United did, and does that really change your opinion on the team as a whole? No.
No.
Exactly.
Really
So inevitably, when we do lose, if we do lose both titles, then everyone calls for Arteta out, and I don't think it'll happen, but it's even more pressure on next year. And if we don't win a title this year, it is a bit of a failure because what else are we doing for? What else are we doing and stuff? We're not like... Anyway.
You
I
said
think
this, you said
Go
this was
for it.
stupid, but at what point does Arteta comes and gets brought up in the conversation?
That is fair.
It's fair,
That is
but...
fair. Bro,
At
if
what
you guys
point?
bring in Dan Ashworth and he's still obsessed with Southgate and all the other English managers, yo,
But at what point?
I'd be worried.
Yeah, it's bad.
I'd be worried.
Because no title this year, you'll be frustrated. Then the ambitions you guys should have is to win the title.
Yeah, I think mostly if you fail this season, the thing you should look back on the most and regret is your transfer window.
Absolutely.
I think last summer you guys underwhelmed
Raheem Sterling.
drastically. I know.
Fair
Like,
enough.
yeah, absolutely.
Did you guys get a replacement for Edu yet?
No.
No.
That's why we're looking at
And
Dan
Ashworth.
Ashworth.
Apparently tonight we're looking at Luis Campos.
Brilliant. Arsenal, we're looking at Luis Campbell.
I think I saw that too,
Yeah.
yeah. Either way, I'll just finish off by saying I don't think Arteta should be under any scrutiny right now. He did fast track a whole rebuild. So I think that his window of opportunity and his window of leniency should be higher
Absolutely.
just off of that notion alone. But we got to win something soon. So,
What are you saying? 2 years before he says Arteta out?
well, if we don't win in 2 years
Yep.
or 3 years, that's a long time.
It's weird to judge it because he's brought you so far. It's like, has he hit a plateau? Or
No.
well, that's the question.
But it's-
Because if he doesn't win that title,
Yeah.
can you find a better manager that would bring you over that?
But here's the thing: a better manager isn't making Martinelli not be offside. A better manager isn't making Havertz a different player.
That's what I was saying, bro.
You guys are right about Martinelli. You guys are right. But
Of course you
Trossard isn't running at the same clip as he is last season. Neither is Martinelli. Havertz has cooled off. Saka is still Saka, but sure. But that's like 3 of the 4 attackers just aren't doing the same thing that they were doing last year. So
No, yeah, there's a concern in depth in the attacking sector.
Just score in it.
100%, which comes back to Julian's point with the transfer window. I mean, you look at your attacking players. You have Havertz,
Should've got
fair
that
enough.
nine.
Gabriel Jesus is his backup, which I know Arsenal fans aren't.
he hasn't scored in the Prem in like 7 months.
Then you have Trossard declining, Martinelli on the decline since a while now, then Sterling, who hasn't really shown anything this season so far. So you only really have Saka that you can truly rely on if you don't count Odegaard as a.
What a weird signing that. Sterling.
It was a bit of a
Forgot
panic
that
one.
happened.
Bit of a panic one. But this is what I'm saying.
Classic
Like, you want
transfer window.
Arteta is under scrutiny, but he has no fullbacks to play right now. One. Like, actually, I genuinely don't know who's playing fullback on either
We
side.
don't have any because if you're in Timber was not.
He's on that
was
list,
not
yeah.
seen
I don't know
picture.
I don't know. I don't know. So that notion. And then we have no attackers that are playing well. How is that his fault that he expected 3 attackers to just fall off a cliff?
There needs to be some movement in the January transfer window, I think.
But we should do some movement in this podcast too. Let's move on.
I agree.
Well, speaking of manager, maybe sacked, maybe not, maybe hitting a plateau. Let's talk about Tottenham.
That's dumb too. He just got there.
What?
Ange just got there
I agree.
last year. That's stupid.
I wouldn't say just got there, but
This ain't Man United, baby. We give our manager some time.
yeah, Tottenham do not. That's my
That's
point.
true. That's true.
Tottenham had a devastating loss against Chelsea in the midweek. They were up 2-0 within like 15, 20 minutes.
Guess how old Ange Postecoglou is?
60?
Really? I thought he was younger. Yeah, he's 59.
Yeah.
I thought he'd be like,
He's graying.
50.
He's graying a little
gray
bit.
hair.
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah. Sorry. Anyway.
Devastating loss for Tottenham in the midweek, 2-0 up against Chelsea. And in the most predictable choke, I think, of all time, they ended up going 4-2 down and then pulled
Yeah.
it back
Son scored
4-3 at the end.
Yeah.
Little consolation. And an overall terrible performance. And there were some calls for Ange to get sacked, but we're hearing reports now that the owners aren't panicking yet, which is surprising because it's a little out of character for the Tottenham owners. I think Daniel Levy in 15 years has gone through like 14 managers, something outrageous like that. That may include some interims or whatever. But the average lifespan, the shelf life of the Tottenham manager is ridiculously
I
short.
think Ange has already passed that average
Yeah.
lifespan.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think it would be a mistake to sack him. And
Yeah,
I
of
think,
course.
yeah, everybody here at the table would agree with that.
Their team isn't good either.
I would disagree.
Like, you're relying
I think
on-
they have some solid players in that
They
team.
do, but they were relying on a Brennan Johnson hot streak for a month. You know what I mean? Like, it's you can't rely on these players who are just hot. Like, you couldn't rely on Havertz to keep going forever. You can't rely on Brennan Johnson to keep going forever. Dom Solanke hasn't been worth his 60 million price tag.
Yeah.
So
I like what they're doing in terms of like transfer market compared to like we were talking about Arsenal.
I actually agree. Yes.
This summer, Tottenham were actually moving.
Yeah,
they
they tried.
They made some proactive signings, some
Yeah.
good signings. Solanke was one of the best strikers in the Premier League last season. They picked him up. Same thing with who's the other guy that they signed? Thank you. That's on me.
They signed a few youngsters.
they signed a few.
That's what
They
they
signed
signed
that
a few
the
English
Leeds
guy.
guy.
Yes,
Yeah,
Archie
the English
Gray.
guy.
Archie Gray,
was on
yeah,
a hot
yes.
streak as well in the championship. So I like what
Hasn't
they're
really
doing in
played,
terms of
though.
that. I think they have a decent squad. They have Vicario in net, who's injured right now. We were talking about one of the best partnerships, center back partnerships in the Premier League a couple months ago. Now that they're Mickey Van de Ven and Romero, it's still very respectable.
Romero's out for 6 weeks now.
Yeah,
That's probably
Same
good
with
for
Van de
them.
Ven. I think Van de Ven's injured now too. So Pedro Porro has been more than decent.
Yeah,
Same with Udogi,
decent
yeah.
little team.
Bissouma,
No, they do have they have some good pieces,
Kulusevski,
man.
Solanke, Son, Madison.
They're 11th right now, 7 points off top 4.
11th?
Yep.
God damn.
Well, low key, lads, like top 4 is kind of not solidifying itself, but like Forest are 5th with 25, City
Yeah.
are 4th with 27, and then Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool are top 3. Like it's kind of sort of solidifying itself, unless Villa can shoot up. But you kind of are starting to get to see what this top 4 is going to be.
But it would be
I
it
would
would be a
disagree
mistake
with
to
that.
sack him.
I mean, yeah, sure. I mean, unless a drastic Chelsea fall off happens, which I could see them dropping points, but I think they're going to hang around for a long time. I don't think City will drop out of it. I'm not scared that we're going to drop out of it. That Liverpool will be. So
Fair. That's fair. No, they're definitely a clear top 4 teams in the league right now.
yeah, just my valuation of it.
Yeah,
But-
yeah. Okay. Yeah, with Spurs, my main thing with Spurs is I think they have the talent, and I think Ange is actually a good manager, but he's just a little stubborn in his in-game management, and it pisses me the fuck off. Like, we've talked on here about like game state and everything, how it's not only how you should manage game state, but it's also players, how they perceive game state and how that affects their performance. Like, the most dangerous lead in football is when you're 2-0 up and it's 2-1. Like, being 2-1 up when you're up
so
2-0.
scary, bro.
It's terrifying, right?
Yeah.
You get anxious, you start second guessing every pass, every decision you make, and obviously you're going to make more mistakes. On the flip side, your opponents are getting confidence and they seem on top of the world, right? To only
Exacerbate.
You were good. You had it too.
I was
You
getting
had
there.
it. Fuck, that's annoying.
Fuck. To only emphasize the problem, the system that Ange employs, and just refusing to change it, it only makes the problem worse because he refuses to drop the line or change any of his attacking principles, no matter what the score situation is. And we saw it last year, I think in this same exact fixture between Chelsea and Tottenham, when Tottenham were on top of the league after 10 games, but that one kind of ended it. Nico Jackson, worst hat trick of all time.
Oh yeah, that was like the 4.
Yeah. And ever since then, he's stayed the exact same. And I think that's cost them so many points. I appreciate a manager always who has principles and likes to stick with them.
Yeah.
But in game, situation to situation, you have to be willing to tweak it even a little bit. And he never, ever does that. And I think it's cost them a lot of points. Spurs were not playing well, even when they were 2-0 up. They were not the better team. It was just a couple of Cucurella slips that they took advantage of. And nothing could have made him change at all, and they paid for it. So yeah, they did.
Shout out Chelsea, man.
And we should do the thing. We should do the thing where we give love to Chelsea, because now they are second in the Premier League. They're looking amazing. Cole Palmer looks amazing. Not just the penalties, which I don't want to glaze too much, but his overall performance
So good.
looks like with Enzo Fernandez, they're finally getting some money's worth. That midfield looks solid. Like, fuck, what else is there to say, really?
Yeah,
Jadon Sancho's playing well.
he's playing well.
Yeah, he is playing well. He is playing well. Give it 6 months. But
Nice with his boys now. This is a good environment. I, feel
I
like,
think
with-
Chelsea's the kind of culture that he would.
That he
fit
would
into.
I'm just happy
Fucking
Batty
loves it.
Shield is playing.
Yeah.
'Cause it just makes my
If he was a bench warmer, it'd be kind of.
Yeah, I know.
I won use a bench warmer. So doesn't
Yo, he's
do me
jacked,
justice.
by the way. Holy crap. Awonyi?
Awonyi?
He's huge. Pause. Yeah, I mean, they're kind of good. Like, they have Nkunku, Joao Felix off their bench.
Bro. It pisses me off how
Like-
good they are.
Well, this is what I'm saying. Like, they bought these players. Like, if Liverpool bought Romeo Lavia a year ago or however long ago, you would have thought he would have you'd be like, "Ooh, that's a good signing." Despite if you didn't know the price tag, you'd be like, "Yeah, he was a good player, right?" Same with Enzo, same with Pedro Neto, same with Caicedo, same with Cucurella. You know what I'm saying? Let's say all these players were bought from different clubs in the Premier League that weren't Chelsea. They weren't all bought by the Chelsea squad, by Bowley. You would have been like, "Holy shit!"
I think the biggest problem and why we were judging it so harshly is because of the price tag that we're being.
sure, but take the price tag.
Billion, bro.
I'm
10
again.
figures.
They should be winning the league by now. But take the price tags out of it. Look at what they've done. Look at the players they bought just on like their footballing merit right now.
Yeah.
Right not, right?
No, absolutely. And it pisses me the fuck off because Chelsea, I want to be a case study of like, you can't just buy league positions anymore, but they're finally fucking buying those league
Yeah.
positions. Pisses me off, man. Anyways, nice bottle, by the way.
Thanks.
I bought him that.
He did.
That was my Secret Santa gift. One
Love
of them.
that.
Yeah.
Shout out winners.
United?
Yes, let's go United. A mixed week, I'd say. Nah, actually, no, not a mixed week, just a bad one.
You lost both games, no?
I was like, what is? Yeah.
Shout out Onana, man. Always makes me feel good. What a great
Shout out
goal.
Bruno too. While we're at it.
Yeah, he's at a
let's-
stinker.
Let's shout him out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
But the Onana thing was just funny.
It was just. It's like we've seen it before.
Like, respectfully, that's something I do. Like,
That's actually the worst I've seen
Brentford
from
last
Onana.
year, I've seen
Bro,
it.
at least you got a touch on them last year.
yeah, true. That
This
one,
one,
yeah.
you just.
Dove out
I
of the
get
way
there's a
with
bit of swaz on it, but
But, like,
what the
lad.
fuck?
It was minimal
What
swaz
the
on that shot.
fuck?
Also, even if there was some swaz, like you could have just like, you know what I mean? You didn't
I
have to
know.
die for that shit. It wasn't going into the corner.
I feel like you can also kick your foot when it.
Yeah,
That's what
kind of
I'm
just
saying,
like,
bro.
yeah.
It's kind of like right next to you.
Yeah.
I've been a big Onana defender, right? This season, I think genuinely one of the best keepers in the Prem.
In Europe.
In Europe, in the world. Oh my God.
Yeah.
He wasn't doing much
But my-
defending this
but my
last
God.
week.
And Leacha stock, what is he doing on that goal too? The Chris Wood goal?
Licha, yeah, hasn't been doing well under Amorim so far. I was hearing this Tactico before Amorim came in. He was like, "I'm really worried for Lisandro Martinez under Amorim's system." I was like, "What's this guy talking about? He's fucking perfect in the 3-back system." But hey, that's what's panning out so far. Lenny Yoro made his debut.
He did.
Finally. He's looking decent.
He held 3 or 2? 2. 3.
2 what? 3 what?
3 goals.
If you're just gonna look at that, then
I'm
if
sorry.
you just want to be a peanut brain like that, then fine, look at it. But he looks like a good young defender.
0% tackles won.
Peanut brain, peanut. That's also not true.
No, I'm
all right,
kidding.
I
I
saw
mean-
him tackle Martinelli a good few times.
I mean, no, I'm kidding.
All right. Mazraoui didn't start though. That's the one thing about Yoro. He took Mazraoui's
No, but
place.
See, go ahead.
Mazraoui and Yoro play kind of like in this system. Clearly, they play kind of the same. I liked what Yoro was doing. He was being progressive.
oh,
Advancing a
now
little
he
bit.
likes Yoro. Okay.
I've always loved
But-
Yoro. I've been talking about Yoro since his league
He's a
days.
French boy. Of course he likes that. Of
course.
I have a question for you.
Go on.
How do you feel about this like rotation thing? that Amorim's doing a lot. Like he doesn't really stick
I
with the
was
team.
hearing some pundits. You know what the thing is, bro? It's damned if you do, it's damned if you don't. If we'd been sticking to the same lineup, the results wouldn't be that different. So
Sure.
all the commentary would be, he has to change up the squad. He has to experiment with different players. This is on Amorim. This is on Amorim. But damned if you do, he's been rotating, trying to find the best squad possible. Remember when he came in, he only had a handful of players that he had in training available to him that actually knew his tactics. So no shit, he's going to experiment. And
Well, yeah.
obviously, the results, again, are not too surprising. So damn if you do, damn if you don't. Like that's, again, it's stupid. I can already feel like a little bit of the media trying to twist it in a way to blame the manager. And it's so fucking dumb.
It
So
is
fucking
stupid.
dumb.
Obviously, he's gonna rotate. Obviously, he's gonna try new
That's
new
what I'm
lineups,
saying,
new
bro.
players.
That's what I'm saying. Of course, I don't like every player just getting a clean slate and starting from the beginning when they've let the club down time and time and time again. But
Bruno. Sorry. Wow.
What happened?
I don't know. That was weird.
Yeah, that was.
there are 10 players over Bruno that have messed up more than him. I digress.
Sorry.
We looked so much worse against Forest when Bruno came off.
You know what? I won't even doubt that. I won't even doubt that.
You can probably imagine.
Yeah. No. I mean, I was watching that game. I was watching that game. Like I'm saying, I don't doubt.
Of
Like
course
I
you
don't.
are.
I'm not doubting
Yes, our number one fan over here.
Are we a football podcast or are we not a football podcast? Okay, like
You're not watching Chelsea like that.
no. Well, not this week for some reason, but anyway.
You definitely watch United the second most.
Yes.
100%.
I think
Yes.
we all do.
yeah.
Do you watch some more?
I just watched the Premier League second most.
Sure.
Yeah.
You don't be watching Forest, Brighton,
Yeah. A little.
Well, you know him with his Adingra and whoever.
Who's a new midfielder now? Tell me.
The new midfielder.
On Brighton, the new
Oh,
little boy.
Baleba.
Yes.
Baleba! Is he French?
Carlos Baleba.
Cameroonian.
No, I think he's.
Cameroonian.
I thought he was Colombian.
Cameroonian.
Oh.
I'm actually looking at him on my Benfica career mode. Because Inter Milan paid Florentino's release clause. I'm like,
He is
fucking hell.
Cameroonian.
You could have just redone his contract.
I know I could have, but I
You're
didn't
trying to make it
fucking
realistic?
realize it was there, Blake.
Oh, okay.
It was like 70 mil. I'll take it.
That's good.
Yeah.
I have another question for you, unless you have a continuation.
Go on.
How mad or not mad or done with Mr. Shaw of Luke are you?
Oh my God. Brother.
Because I would have the same reaction you did if he played for my team.
He's just eating up the wages.
Yeah.
Eating everything.
Let me go play one
apparently.
game for England and then yeah. Let me go play one game for England and then just not play
That,
football
bro,
again.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. So he was injured for the FA Cup final,
Yeah.
right? He's basically been injured for the past year,
Mm-hmm.
but came back to play not in any of the Euros games where England got to the final, but the final itself. He just had to make sure he was available so he can get his medal. And then a week before the season starts under Ten Hag, crucial time to start the season, I'm here to announce, everybody, that unfortunately I've had a setback in my injury and I'm going to have to miss a couple of weeks to start the season. He's out for 4 months. Now he finally plays 5 minutes here, 30 minutes there. Finally, conveniently, he's back when Amorim is starting his tenure, but I
Right.
digress. I'd like to announce, everybody, that I've had a setback in my recovery and I'm going to be out for another few weeks. So we're not going to see him till May, basically.
He's like the white Reese James, you know?
Yeah.
Bro, he was Reece James before Reece James.
G-frames maybe.
Just fatter. I'm done with Luke Shaw. Availability is the best ability, and he has none of that. Bring me Alphonso Davies in the summer. I can't see Dallo there anymore.
Alfonso's gone, by the way.
Alfonso Davies.
He's gone. Where's he going? He's
United.
going.
Yeah,
I'll
keep
take it.
dreaming.
He's going Madrid.
Keep
Ooh,
dreaming.
Arsenal.
He's going to Madrid.
He's going Madrid.
We have too
He's
many
he's
backs.
he's
You seriously think?
Do we?
You see? Okay,
I
hold
mean,
on.
they're all
hold on.
injured.
Do
but
you
we still
really
have too
think
many.
that Alfonso Davies is
Yes.
going to United?
Oh.
if we could take Euro from them, we can take Davies.
Let's relax.
No.
I wouldn't mind it. Like I wouldn't
He
be
does not want to go there. I'm
I
sorry.
wouldn't be losing sleep if we don't get Alphonso Davies.
Yeah.
I'll say that. But then who do we get instead? Let's think. Anyways,
Yep. Great talk. I don't like. You want to know the thing about football now is, at least from my perspective, is if you talk to me 5 years ago about the best transfer targets, I swear to God, I know every single one. I know every single one. Maybe I was playing FIFA too much.
Yeah.
Now, like the next up and coming striker, like I don't know. I'll know about him in 2 years when he's came up. But
little Ryan Nuri to United.
You take that? Yeah, why not?
yeah, I guess.
He's more of a winger, no. though.
Where's he from? Algeria?
He'd play.
He's
He'd play.
French.
He'd play well in your system though. In the
He plays for France.
Pretty,
no, I think he's
called upon.
Algerian.
I'm pretty sure he's Algerian.
Would he not play well in the left wing mid
That's what I'm
position?
saying, bro.
Yeah. Algerian.
Second question:
he got called up for Algeria.
Is he Muslim?
What?
Why?
Why?
Because Mazraoui has brought it into the team, and we've been him and Ahmad
Yeah.
cooking.
All glory to Allah.
Exactly.
He's radicalizing the team, they could say.
Well, let's not use that word.
Why are we laughing right now?
Look at it. He has his face on again. He always does that.
I just like it. Mazraoui comes in. Ahmad some more influence on the team. Rashford gets a girlfriend. Everyone just seems more grounded now.
Oh my god.
I can confirm.
He's
I
Muslim.
Nouri is Muslim.
Oh my god, you said that like the Rhoda clip. You know what I'm talking about?
I know you are a Muslim.
Shout out Rhoda man. Shout out Rhoda
Yeah.
Okay.
So Ryan Nouri would be your top target?
I don't know. That's just the name.
Went from
I came
Alfonso
by.
Davies to Ryan A. Noria. That's
what the
crazy.
fuck?
I think we have an 11 million pound option on Alvaro Fernandez to come back from Benfica.
I don't know what that is.
Sorry?
Who?
Never mind, bro.
Yeah.
He's been cooking so far this
Of
season.
course. I'm sure he
Sure
has. I'm sure he has.
You know what they could do if they get enough Muslims in the team? They can do the Christian versus Muslims in the training, like the French Snapchat.
Oh, Jesus Christ, mate, we're trying to bring morale up. All
Yeah,
right?
that's
I
why you
think
guys
that's-
don't let me talk.
That is not true.
We
you
do let
refuse
you
to
talk.
talk.
Yeah, you refuse to talk.
But the thing is this is why I don't talk, is because when I talk, I say things like that.
Yeah.
So,
You capitalize
No, it was
on
good.
these
It was
moments.
good. What else happened? I kind of forget what else happened in the Premier League.
To do with United as well, we had Dan
Oh.
Ashworth leaving.
Yeah.
Our sporting director left the
Oh,
club. Yes.
right.
I think on Sunday morning it was announced that he
I
was
kinda-
leaving the club. And it's a bit of weird news because he only came in. We started targeting him about a year ago, right when Ineos came in. We had a lengthy dispute over Newcastle, over his duties with Newcastle. He had to go on gardening leave. He accidentally emailed Newcastle at one point.
Gardening leave?
Gardening leave.
Like gardening?
Yes, that's what it's called.
To,
You've never heard of that?
No.
Gardening leave.
what's gardening leave?
It's when
Tell me there's actual gardening involved.
no, it basically means you stay at home. You
Home leave?
can we get a
Yeah.
definition?
mate, gardening leave. You never heard of
Gardening leave?
gardening leave?
No.
Oh my god, you guys are fucking
That's some posh Tory
stupid,
shit, bro. Like, yeah.
Well, that's what it's fucking called. Gardening leave is a period of time after an employee leaves a job where they are still paid but not allowed to work. So basically, Ashford still had years on his contract with Newcastle, but Newcastle didn't let United pay the release clause, or United didn't want to pay the release clause.
Oh.
So basically, Ashworth wasn't going to
So it's like
stay at
shitty severance.
Newcastle. So they basically don't let him work at Newcastle anymore.
Yeah.
But they're not going to release him from his contract. So they just send him home. He's on gardening leave.
So shitty severance. Because severance is like the same thing, but you can do whatever you want.
sure.
Have you heard
But
of
you
sever-
can't do whatever you want. That's the point.
That's that's what I said.
That's
Severance,
shitty.
you can do whatever you
That's why
want.
it's shitty.
Okay.
It's
so
a shame that sporting director is that city.
Good
But
from you. Good from you.
that's what I'm saying, bro. We were disputing over like 10 million pounds of Newcastle over getting Dan Ashworth. We brought them to fucking court at one point. When he was on gardening leave with them, he accidentally emailed Newcastle with a message saying he's being tapped up. Fucking idiot. Does 4 months of just staying home of gardening leave, where he's probably working at United behind the scenes. And then he leaves after 5 months, having spent 170 million pounds on players for a manager that was sacked after 8 games. Fantastic stuff.
W.
The thing about Dan Ashworth was he didn't fit at United. So I'm not mad that he's leaving. I think there's concerns that Ineos maybe got it wrong with the recruitment of Dan Ashworth, which is a little worrying because that same recruitment also extends towards the players and managers, etc., all over the club. But once I heard that he wanted Gareth Southgate at one point, and when Ten Hag got sacked, his shortlist was Eddie Howe, Marco Silva, Thomas Frank, and Graham Potter. Once I heard that, I said, good riddance. So he could go, he could do whatever he wants. He can go to Arsenal and bring that same bad juju to them. I'm happy with it.
You wouldn't have been happy with Marco Silva?
I was gonna say yeah.
Marco Silva? Probably not.
Like a bit of a not super fun system, I suppose, but like
Premier League proven.
Premier League proven. Fulham's a decent team.
Everton and Fulham, bro. Is that what we're doing now? Is that what we're doing now?
What about Thomas Frank?
No,
No,
bro. What the
that's-
fuck are we doing?
yeah.
But they have very similar approaches, very similar reputations.
That's what I
bro.
mean. Yeah, I guess.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Why are we settling for mediocrity just to bring the Manchester back to Manchester United? Like, get out of here, bro. So it doesn't concern me at all.
A Fulham webpage said Marco Silva is a genius, but he's not perfect. Oh God. Shout
Streets are saying that
Shout
about
out
Pep
Fulhamish.
Shout out Fulhamish. Okay. Like what?
Just reading.
Just reading it. Go ahead. I'm listening still.
Yeah. Dan Ashworth has this whole time seemed a little bit overrated. Brighton, where most of his reputation came from, doesn't seem all that much like he really created the system there that they're benefiting off of. Newcastle, he didn't really do much until United wanted him,
Nuki.
and he didn't do much at United either until Radcliffe found out that he wasn't really the shit. So, yeah, I'm not mad at him leaving. It's a couple months of lawyer fees and £3 million wasted, but if we get someone better in, I'm fine with it. No.
And who would
It-
you? Who would you?
I don't know, bro. Like I'm my sporting knowledge.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
My-
Sporting like.
My sporting director
coaches.
knowledge. Like I trust.
No, coaches-
I
yeah.
trust Omar to find the best guy.
who the fuck is Omar?
Who is Omar?
Omar Barada, former CEO of Manchester City.
Interesting.
That we poached from.
Okay.
Um,
Just pull out the whole resume. Former CEO of Manchester City.
who else? Jason Wilcox.
Okay, enough.
We're not doing this.
Okay.
Okay.
Sir
You
David
trust him? We
Brailsford. Anyway, I trust them to find the right guy. I couldn't give you names because I'm not well tapped into that world. But yeah, it would be very funny if he goes to Arsenal. It'd be very funny if Ashworth goes to Arsenal.
Kind of hope that doesn't happen, but maybe it'll be good. I don't know.
But anyway. All right. What else do we have, boys?
Manchester Blue.
Manchester Blue. Another draw at the weekend. More drop points this time to Crystal Palace.
Maybe Nottingham though.
They did beat Nottingham Forest.
Yeah.
They did.
Something you can
Bare
do.
bare fucking minimum though, isn't it?
I mean,
so
yeah.
Yeah.
Bare fucking minimum.
bare fucking
Right?
minimum. Right?
Right?
Did you like that clip I posted yesterday?
Oh no, I was talking about like.
Yeah, I know what you're talking
okay.
about, but did you like that clip I
Yeah, it was,
posted
it
yesterday?
was very good. I liked it.
You know the hook I made for that video
Yeah.
was
It was
actually
not
like you saying that Chelsea finally get their money's worth. That was from like a month ago.
really.
Yeah. There
Really?
was no good hook in that
How'd you find it?
in that clip. So I looked at transcripts from all our latest videos
This guy.
of use of us
Cook.
praising Chelsea, and I just put that as the hook.
Cook.
So that was from episode 69. You go
Cook.
in that.
Love that.
W. Of course
That-
it was.
that's
from
fucking.
Wow, that is fucking
good.
beautiful.
I'm sorry, bro. Anyways,
How did they draw to Crystal Palace? You know,
they're a tricky team, man.
no, they're not. They suck this year.
I know, but they're tricky.
Are they?
They are tricky.
They're 17th.
I know, but they're tricky.
They're not.
They're a tough out. They're a tough out.
Did you guys
They're
lose to
tough
them?
out. That's the only
We
really.
drew 0-0 to them.
That makes sense.
It's the only good thing you can say.
You know,
about
it looks like a
Crystal
decent
Palace.
little player. Caught a vibe. Baby, are you coming for the ride?
Yeah, he's pretty
Sense.
Yeah.
good.
He scored.
Yeah. Daniel Munoz. My
Yes. I think his second game in a row scoring, I believe, per sources.
I've always
Might-
been a big fan.
Might have to pick him up in FPL just for him to not score.
Yeah. He's a decent pickup.
He's a decent pick. Like he actually gets chances.
Guys, it's
No, but there's a serious problem when you're drawing to the 17th place team in the Premier League as Manchester City.
right. So right, they have a lot of
go.
questions against
Here
them,
we
right?
go.
A lot of questions against City.
Go ahead.
They're 2 points behind us.
Uh-huh.
Same amount of points dropped as Arsenal.
Yes,
but
mate.
they are in crisis and we're just chilling.
I mean, they've won 6 leagues or 5 leagues, four leagues in a row.
And we tried to
And you
stop
haven't
that.
won one since
Okay.
2000.
Well,
Anyways. Oh yeah, but like their standards, right? They have
They're
higher
fucking
standards than you.
standards, Yes.
Just being honest.
That's what I'm saying. They have the highest standards in the world.
I'm being honest.
Yeah.
You're drawing to an underperforming Crystal Palace team who have a good team and who I thought was a good manager.
I don't
but
think they have a
have
good
been-
team.
They have a great
They're like
team.
They're like the Nashville Predators of
Can't say I
Premier
have
League.
the reference.
All right, cool, mate. That's a great analogy there.
Nashville this season signed a bunch of really good players in free agency. Marchessault, Steven Stamkos. They signed, was it Brett Pesci? Maybe. But anyway, they signed a lot of good players in free agency. It wasn't Brett Pesci. I'm stupid. He signed with
That's
New
really
Jersey.
cool, bro.
What did Crystal Palace do as well? They signed a lot of good players. They signed Eddie Nketiah,
Lacroix.
Lacroix,
Chalaba.
Chalaba. They kind of did a lot of work, and a lot of people thought they would take a
Kamada.
bit of a step.
Kamada.
Daichi, yes.
Ismail Assar.
Yes.
They kept Gehi. That's what I'm saying. Like their squad is good. They shouldn't be 17th right now.
Absolutely no.
Just like
Falls on
Nashville.
the manager.
Their squad is good, but they should not be 30th in the league, but they are. That's a great comp if you guys knew what you were talking about, but
Can't
Mate,
say I'm tapped into the hockey world.
I don't think a single person listening just went, "Oh, great point, Blake."
Nashville, fuck, I watched
I just
them
thought
every
Brett
day.
Pesci played for Nashville, so that's my own problem. But anyway,
Who else is there to talk about, boys? There isn't much else going on in the football
In the
world.
Premier League, no. In the football
The Premier League.
world,
David Coote officially got sacked.
yeah. Well, expected.
I didn't even see that.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was just on leave before, but now
Oh.
he's officially sacked.
Yeah.
I don't know how he wasn't sacked
Anthony
before.
Taylor next. Fuck sakes.
What does like one do once you get sacked? It's like, what's his career gonna look like? He's just gonna.
Nah, he's good.
You
He's
think
made
so?
enough money.
You
He's
think so?
You think?
How many- how
You're
much
not
money-
making crazy
don't
money
think-
as
I
a
don't think
Premier
at
Red
League
Bull's
least
player.
200K. At least.
No.
At least what?
200K?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no
I do not
way.
think so.
Yeah.
100K, I bet.
100K is still
thinking-
good.
I was thinking a little
No,
less.
no.
100K is not something that you retire at 35 with or
Yeah.
45 with.
I guess, yeah.
42.
100K
42
a
years
year.
old. 100K a year?
1,500 pounds per game.
1,500 a game?
Yeah.
That's it?
That's it.
Really?
Plus a base salary of over 100,000 pounds a year.
Yeah, that's
But
crazy.
no, it's still not enough to
Plus
retire.
1,500 a game?
if you let's say you refed 10 years, he's probably refed about 10 years. David,
No.
yeah, he's been in
Yeah.
No.
give or take 10 years.
You start like early 30s maybe?
Let's say you referee 20 games a year. So what is that? 15 times 20 is
300.
300. There you go. 300. So let's say he makes
315K.
an extra 30 grand off of that and plus 130. So 130 per year. If you save like
But he's not
20
bro.
grand of
but
that.
He's not. He's
Save
spending it on
20 grand.
lines.
Yeah,
he's
he's
spending it on lines, man.
okay, right. Okay.
He's fucked. He's fucked. Maybe he'll. Could he get a job in like the Championship League
No,
One?
I don't think he can. Maybe
Still PG
Brady
Romano.
Shea.
Maybe like
he-
Ireland,
yeah,
Scotland.
no, I was thinking like maybe he could
Brett Pesci.
go to France,
Yes.
go to
Go ref some
Germany.
Marseille games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He would love it over there.
Yeah.
Get killed over there.
Okay.
What?
The France ultras are crazy. You think they'd want some
No,
Collusion
Marseille
from-
is like known for like, you know,
Going crazy.
There's a ref in the Bundesliga.
their players.
Oh.
There's a ref in the Bundesliga that like 15 years ago got done up for match fixing. So if he can recover from that,
Did he?
then David will be fine. Yeah.
They do a lot of that in Italy.
Yeah.
A lot of the mafioso collusion.
Yeah.
Interesting.
So
No.
I feel like it's a real shame that David Coote gets sacked for saying what 90% of all football fans
What, hating Jurgen
believe.
Klopp?
hating on Jurgen Klopp in Liverpool.
Yeah.
I do
Real
agree with
shame.
that.
But that's why, like, this is why anyone in power, like, it's kind of crazy to think that anyone in any position has any sort of power because biases are just there. Like, the president of the United States has a bias, clearly.
So what? Like
Any topic in the world.
Well, no
like,
shit.
any of our professors have a bias. Like, Mikel Arteta has a bias. Like, it's just crazy how
My fucking
which professors,
professor.
Blake?
any single one. I'm being general as a thing. I have a bias against all of you.
Yeah.
It's a good one, though.
It's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
Better be.
Apparently there's an Arsenal bias too.
Yeah.
Apparently.
And an
That's-
agenda actually.
Yes.
Agenda.
We're getting called Stoke City, like because we're scoring corners.
Can't wait for Michael Oliver to come out with a similar video in a few years and Blake to be like, I fucking told you.
I won't say that because I'll tell you right now that it's true.
No, and then they'll come in and be like, I was talking about this 2 years ago. Do you remember? No, we don't remember.
Okay.
And Michael Oliver's cease and desist will hit. on the crack. Anyways,
You want to hit around Europe?
let's hit around Europe. Let's go. La Liga is still heating up. I think both of them won this weekend.
The
but
best championship in the world
low key.
is La
Yeah.
Liga.
What do you
Honestly,
It's so back.
What are you guys talking
It's
about?
It is so
back.
This is the best season undoubtedly since Messi.
Look, I'm
left.
glad you guys are.
Maybe since Ronaldo
I'm
left.
glad you guys are keeping up with it. I really am.
Nice shirt.
I checked the scores. Thank you.
Yeah.
Nice shirt.
Shout out.
Where'd you get it?
Shout out.
Shout out New Jersey's plug, bro.
Yeah.
Shout out
man.
I said that right? It's Jerseys, right?
Yeah.
I think it
I think
is.
it's just New Jersey, like the state.
No, you're wrong.
Go on
Anyways,
then. No,
But
no,
sh-
no. Let's stop here. Look it up, Blake. Look it up.
I think I'm right.
I think Blake might be right.
I'm
We're
right.
wearing the three of us are
Right.
wearing the top teams of the La Liga today.
There you go.
Look at that.
Yeah, shout out New Jersey's plug. Use code 6yardbox to get 15% off at
Big up, big
checkout
up.
on all your purchases. But yeah, so I mean, I'm glad y'all are keeping up with it, but I am not. I'll be honest. I look at the scores. I see
When was the last
Lemon
time?
Yamal. Oh, I almost
When was the
said call
last?
me mean.
When was the last time you watched a game in a league that wasn't
Oh, that's a great question.
UCL or Prem?
When was the last TFC game I watched?
No,
No,
not
that one doesn't
MLS
count.
either.
When was the last time you watched
The other
a game
big
from
the other big five.
the other big four leagues?
Like definitely this season.
No.
No,
No.
yeah, I promise you. Yeah.
Like El Clasico.
Yeah.
Did you watch El
Yeah.
Clasico? So that was October 26th.
Did you watch it
Yeah.
live?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not the whole thing, but I did. Like it was on.
30 minutes.
When was that? October 26th?
October 26th.
Yeah, I didn't watch
I don't
it.
think you
A
watched
month
it.
and a half ago.
I thought I did.
Yeah. Maybe last year.
I don't. Here's my thing, lads. Though, can I be honest with you? You guys don't. You watch football, but I watch a lot of sports.
Yeah, we watch football.
American football.
I watch a lot of
Oh.
sports too.
Like you watch F1
UFC.
once a week. UFC is once a month.
No, it's not. There's cards every weekend. There's one coming up this weekend I'll be watching.
Who's fighting?
Colby Covington and Joaquin Buckley. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
You have your sports. You have your sports.
NBA
I have
too. I watch
two
football every
sports.
weekend. So
Who scored 19 points for the Raptors last night?
Purtle.
Yeah, exactly.
I know RJ put up 30.
Jacoby Walter, bitch. Anyway,
Damn.
you know who that is?
It was our rookie.
Okay, good. Sorry, that was rude.
Like,
Um.
I know
Anyway,
Scotty couldn't feel his leg. That was
I know that
great.
was bad. That was
Yeah.
bad. But
Cat
it's
was still
hard.
crying
Like
more, somehow.
I try to watch all the
Yeah.
as many Prem games as I can, but I'm not interested in La Liga because it doesn't.
Because it's the best, most entertaining league in the world. Is that
Well,
why?
it's just not.
I mean, it is.
you can
though.
just say that
there's,
because
there's 3 points between the first and the third,
there's
which is the
Four-
best. Which is the best 3 teams in Spain.
give it 5 weeks and I bet you Premier League similar. Probably won't be Arsenal in there, but it'll be
to mention.
it'll be Liverpool, City, and
just
Chelsea.
in case it happens. I told you. No, but I think the La Liga and Serie A top two most entertaining leagues right now.
Yeah. Big up Atalanta.
Right? Okay.
Dude, the Serie A is crazy. There's like a 1 point between the first and like the 8th.
I know.
You're not watching Serie A.
I'm not watching Serie A, but
Who the fuck
it's
does
crazy.
Atalanta have? Rui Patricio. No
Lads.
way. No way. Is Zappacosta still kicking around? Ben Godfrey.
Yeah, there's 3
Just-
points between first and 5th.
Ben Godfrey's just there. Scalvini.
I bet you the
Great youngster.
I bet you the
Juan Cuadrado, still
It's-
kicking it around.
It's still going.
Juan Cuadrado. Wow.
You bet you what? You bet us what?
No,
No?
that's good.
Martin DeBruyne.
Okay, we're not doing this, bro.
Lookman's still going crazy. Skamaka's back.
Can we just
Big up
can we just
Ortegi.
Champions League preview?
Big up
at this
Charles
point? Like,
Acato
come on,
there.
lads.
Did you guys see the Mbappe interview?
The
Which
Mbappe
one?
interview? No.
You didn't see the
Oh,
No.
I heard about
That he was
something-
hating on the French coach?
Yeah, he was
he
was
wasn't-
chosen.
Hasn't he done that
wasn't
already?
chosen on the
Oh my God,
by the national
Kolasinac?
team on purpose.
respectfully. He wasn't what? Yeah, he wasn't chosen by
Yes.
Deschamps on purpose. He said that he couldn't say in November why he didn't get picked for the national team because he would get in trouble, which insinuates that it was not his decision. He said that he wanted to play for the French national team in November when he wasn't picked. But no, that interview was really good. There's like he talks about like depression and what he's going through. He said he's not going through depression, but like earlier in the year he was going through a real tough time. He's talking about his arrivals at Madrid and how even though the season's rocky, he's not worried. You know those clips of him in the dressing room like kind of isolated,
Yeah, those
and
are really
everyone's like taking it out of proportion, saying,
good. Yeah.
"Oh, he's
Of course you do,
no
bro.
no one likes him and he's not appreciated."
Like the
in
video
dressing
everyone was
rooms."
talking about of him in the tunnel, kind of just locking in like all players do. You just put some sad music over that, and of course it
Yeah, no,
looks sad.
100%. And he was talking about that how people take it out of perspective, and especially living in a foreign country. It's hard for him. Obviously, he knows Spanish, but it's hard for him to keep up with every conversation.
Absolutely.
And that clip in particular, he didn't catch like the first few words of the conversation, so he backed up because he didn't know what the hell they were talking about.
Yeah.
But when he's called upon, obviously he's gonna answer, and
Yeah, bro.
and the chemistry is fine. Man, I really hope he picks it back up.
Me too.
I'm looking back at
Me
the PSG
too.
years, and he made me dream, honestly.
Again, I think we were talking about this. Were we talking about this last week or the week before? Where like he's one of the few players left that like you watch because he's entertaining, not the team. He is entertaining. Jogo Benito, all that stuff.
And at the weekend when he scored, or before he scored, it was what?
I
Oh, you didn't know who we were talking
no,
about?
because I was trying to find a point for something else I wanted to say, and I just zoned out. But I know we're talking about that.
Before he scored against Girona, it was looking kind of tough.
Arsenal, by the way.
But man, once he scored, like he just looked completely
Enlightened.
enlightened.
Yeah.
Looked like a
Yeah.
totally different
Confidence.
player. Confidence.
He's one of those players that confidence
It-
does. Yeah.
I can tell that the
Yeah.
confidence is really, really like
Yeah.
doing him.
But see, I haven't seen that because they won't focus on the videos and the photos of him looking happy.
Yeah.
So
Mm.
I
He
have
also
no
says
idea
that
what
he's not
talking
really
about.
tapped into the to social media like that. He doesn't really look.
He
at
shouldn't
it.
be. He
Oh,
shouldn't.
he
be.
should not be.
Yeah.
Oh,
If you're a player of that caliber, you shouldn't be, honestly.
I wouldn't be.
But
No. Actually, I might.
I was looking at this Madrid lineup, and why doesn't Mbappe play on the right?
He's done it before.
He's done it way back.
This season, all his best chances, or most of his best chances this season, have come from the right.
Yeah, mate, but like
And he's played on the right side before. It was where he played when he won the World Cup in 2018.
Rodrigo's out for a longer period of time now.
Yeah.
is he?
Sure, he hasn't evolved. He hasn't like played that position in a while. But against Girona, he was coming off the right most of the time, and it was after he scored the goal, he was passing defenders, he was getting shots on target, he was playing genuinely pretty well.
Travella plus, guys.
Well, I do like Kylian, but to play devil's advocate does seem a little bit on the stubborn side in terms of where to play. And he's come out publicly claiming that
Yeah.
a lot. If he needs to play on the left, if not left, it needs to be striker. Beyond that, there doesn't seem to be many options for him.
No,
Should Ancelotti
I think
go
it's on.
talk to him like, hey, you should play on the right.
It's
You should
on
consider
Ancelotti.
that. You should. But if we're like Ancelotti's probably done that. Probably has.
Like had that conversation.
He's probably had that conversation, probably. But I can't imagine Kylian really.
No, I think when you join a club like Madrid, you put ego to the side. You don't. You're
No,
joining
you
the
don't.
best.
No,
Yes, you do.
I don't know,
But yes,
bro.
you do. You join
Do
the
you know
best. No,
if
no,
you're
no.
Do you know how
99% of
do you know how
players you
athletes
do-
work? That's not how these things work.
Bro,
Everyone wants their cookies.
If you're fucking Chouameni, I understand that point. But Kylian and fucking
Yeah.
Mbappe, there are only few players in the world that rival the size of Real Madrid,
Yeah.
and Mbappe is one of them.
and
Probably
Vinicius Jr. is another one of them.
Sure.
So when you
Yeah.
join a club like Real Madrid, who is the most accomplished club in the history
Mm-hmm.
of the sport, you don't look at Vinicius and say, yeah, I'm going to take your spot.
But-
No.
But I don't think it's that. But from listening to former athletes talk like on podcasts and stuff, that mindset of like selfishness
Yeah.
never leaves you. It can get too much at times for sure. But that mindset of like I need to score the best. I need to score and do all these things to be the best. That's kind of what helps the team in a sense as well.
No,
and
absolutely.
in this circumstance, probably not. But that mindset of trying to overachieve and be better than everyone else, that doesn't just leave when you join a team that's stacked.
From the interview that came out 2 days ago, it seems to me as though Mbappe is truly putting an ego aside and wants the better for the team.
yeah.
So
Okay.
I think Vini on the left, Mbappe on the right, and then put like a Brahim Diaz at striker, or
Well, that's just
or maybe test Endrick up there,
why would-
or Arda Güler.
Endrick, sure, but I don't know why you'd run Brahim at striker. You just play him on the right.
No, I mean he's
I
tried,
understand
he's
your
tried
whole-
Brahim
I-
at striker
I-
this year already.
Fair.
I don't see why you would waste so much of Mbappe's potential in the speed that he has when you put him striker. He needs to be a winger. He needs to create the chances. He needs to take on defenders one-on-one on the wing. Cut in, cut back, either cross it in or finish like he always does. Sure, we won't see that finish, that classic Mbappe finish where he shoots near post because his left foot is not as good as his right foot. But you can't waste the potential of Mbappe's speed by putting him at striker.
Fair.
Yeah.
And we saw that against Girona. All his best chances were coming from the right side. I think he should be playing on the right
Those are
Okay.
good points.
to fit the Real Madrid system and to try to fix
Yeah.
Fair.
everything that's happening right now.
I don't know if I believe he's not on social media. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, it's what he says.
Yeah.
I think most players are on social media a lot more than we think.
Yeah.
Like, if you're John Duran and you're probably tapped in with everything with the hashtag
Yeah.
John Duran.
Like
What's the probability that he's seen our TikTok?
low. Well, can I speak from experience, or is that like really crazy? Is that really crazy?
Go ahead.
Or like is that
go ahead.
is that like really
Alright.
self-centered? But
All right. Next step, an Umbrella Academy star Blake Talbot can speak to this.
No,
Go
but
on.
genuinely, like when, especially when stuff first drops, like one of the shows just dropped. Like I'm always like checking,
Yeah.
what people think, or like
Yeah.
if they like an episode or blah blah
Yeah.
blah.
No, I see more stuff of you too.
It's just
It's really fucking annoying.
it's just human nature. It's just human nature.
Yeah.
Even the stuff on here gets like it gets to my head. I'm like fuck you, but at the same time, like who cares? But it clearly does because Pedro Porro deleted his Twitter account.
Yeah. Same
After-
with Brandon Johnson.
Yeah,
When he was getting
but
criticized.
Pedro Porro was like this week he deleted it.
Oh, he fully deleted.
He deleted it after this week.
What reminded me of it was a couple months back, there was like a Chelsea TikToker who makes videos around the team that was hitting on Nani Madueke, and Nani himself commented on the video.
Oh yeah.
And then the creator replied saying like, I'm just joking. Ha 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 ha.
I mean, we can also take Lamine Yamal as an example with
Yes.
that
Yeah,
Spanish
exactly.
TikTok.
Let me in, bro. Yeah.
So I think,
Yeah.
especially the young ballers coming through,
Yeah.
I think like, bro, growing up in our generation, you almost can't help it. You know what I'm saying?
Can I segue?
It's
Sorry, I thought you were done.
What are you going to segue into? So
no, go ahead.
I wanted to bring up something else
It's your turn. No, it's
About
Blake.
what?
It's Blake's
About
turn.
Madrid?
about a player in Madrid,
So you can go.
Jude Bellingham.
He's back.
I think he's so good.
Yeah, he's back.
He's
definitely
6 in a row now. He scored in.
is it 6 in a row?
5 or 6
in a row?
No, I don't think it's. I don't think it's 6 in a row yet.
I think it might have been 5.
Oh, man, he is.
Let me check.
He is showing leadership in a team that
Needs it.
needs it. He's showing like he's the chief in command. He's driving the boat. Like seriously, he will be the future Real Madrid captain, and I have no doubt about it. When I look at him play, I see him as a leader. I see him as a guy that can carry this team for the next 10 years, 5-10 years.
Ooh, big
No,
take.
no,
I
not
like
even.
that.
Like seriously, he got a little knock against Girona, but
5 in a row in the league. 5 in a row in the league.
5 in a row in the league. No, seriously, he's genuinely very impressive.
Valid.
And now he's playing as an 8, so you get that
Where he
little
would- yeah.
a little box to box action. I like it.
Yeah.
The 6-yard box curse strikes again. We make a video hating on Madrid, and seems like they're back now. Great stuff, guys.
Want my segue?
Let's hear the segue.
Remember this whole thing? I remember the whole Ozil
Yeah,
Odegaard debate.
Yeah,
Yeah. Cole Palmer in 67 games has the same amount of goals as Ozil does in 184. Already.
oh my god.
Oh, he has 18 assists and Ozil has 54. But just goes to show you, while Ozil was fantastic.
Goes to show you it wasn't on penalties.
True. True. But just pointing that out there.
So what, is Cole Palmer better? Than
No.
Ozil?
No.
Coming from an Arsenal, that's such a weird point to bring up. Right? That's such a weird.
I
point
saw
to
it
bring up.
on a TikTok, but
Did you not like Ozil?
I loved Ozil.
Are you sure?
But by the end
That's
of it,
2 weeks
but-
in a row.
but-
where
That's
he's like,
that's like
where he
but
kinda takes the
throwing
sun
under
out
the
of
by
the
bus.
game at him.
by the end of
Yeah.
it, no.
Little
By
jab.
the end of it, no. Like I like Sanchez more than I liked Ozil. Their careers, because by the end of it, Ozil, not the way he was exiled from the squad and the whole thing about that.
Yeah.
That was, if that was true, which people think it is, terrible. But his performances were very lackluster. Like he did not control the game like he did at the end of his career compared to when he first came. Anyway,
Also, guys, Jude Bellingham scored 3 games in a row, not 6. I don't know what you're on about.
in the league, in the league,
In the league,
it's 5. But okay, just fact checked it. But
Yep, you're right.
I know.
He scored in every La Liga game since the Barca loss. Okay, fair. Still not 6, technically.
I didn't say. I corrected
He said
myself.
5, he said
Okay. La Liga knowledge.
Preview time.
Let's go Champions League super quick, because by the time this pod comes out, at least half the games will have been played.
Pretty much, yeah.
And by the time people listen to it, it will be done.
By the time people listen to this podcast,
No, it'll be up
PSG
tonight.
will
It'll be
be
up
out
tonight.
of contention.
It'll be up tonight.
By the time people listen to it,
Okay.
that's what I'm saying. Let's go through. How are you feeling about PSG?
They're gonna lose.
They're-
Sorry, you weren't asking me.
this is a must-win game. I think we all know this.
Really?
Yeah. So we're playing Salzburg. I'll give you a little rundown. Salzburg in the Champions League.
Man, we don't need a rundown. Just
No,
you should
I'll
destroy them.
I'll give you the fixture.
Okay.
So they started off against Dinamo Zagreb. 2-0 loss. Sparta Prague. 3-0 loss.
Yeah.
Brest 4-0 loss.
They haven't scored in the first 3 games.
They
That's a
haven't
good
scored
start.
in the first 3 games. Then they redeemed themselves against Feyenoord. 3
4-1.
goals. 3-1.
Oh. They won 3-1?
They won 3-1.
Say
And then they just got battered 5-0 by Leverkusen. Okay?
Interesting.
3 goals in 6 games. 5 games. 3 goals in 5 games.
If I was a betting man, I would slam the draw on this one.
PSG has 3 goals in 5 games as well.
Who on Salzburg are you worried about?
No one.
Oscar
That's the pro-
Glauch?
Can you name one person on Salzburg? No, not you, because you're looking at it. Yep. Because this is
Holland?
There's a Liverpool loanee on
Taki.
on that team. Nope.
Liverpool Loney.
I swear.
Keita?
No.
Bacitic.
Stefan.
He sucks.
Oscar Glauch, though. Remember the name, Oscar Glauch. Israeli star?
Shout out Dabby Dabber, bro.
Of course. I actually signed him on my Benfica FM save a couple years back. He's 1 day older than me.
No, but as I said, this is a must-win game.
Dabber's
If we
1
don't
year
win
older than
today,
you?
Glauches.
Oh.
if we don't win today, it's embarrassing, and we shouldn't be in the Champions League if we don't win today. Like we
Enrique out if you lose?
Huh? No. I won't get off the Enrique train even if we lose.
Okay.
There's still signs of a good system.
He's like
and a
me
good
with Ten
football
Hag
team.
last year, where it's like I get rid of every other player before I get rid of the manager.
It's just the attacking
which
sector.
I don't disagree with.
It's just the attacking sector. I'm happy that Gonzalo Ramos is back. We'll hopefully score some goals with him, because you want to hear a crazy stat? PSG has not scored a goal via an offensive player, so an attacking player, left wing, striker, right wing, in a month. It's been a month.
Sounds like Arsenal.
It's been a month since an attacking PSG player has
That's
scored
fucked.
a goal
That's
in
fucked.
the league and in Champions League, not just Champions League. So yeah, goals are needed. It's good that Gonzalo Ramos is back, because we need him a lot. But yeah, I need to see if Fabian Ruiz starts today, guys.
This guy.
A month ago, you were on the Fabian.
No, I was not.
Yeah.
No, I was.
Yes,
not.
he was. Was he not on the Fabian
was-
love train a month
No,
ago?
What? I was on the Fabian love train in the Euros when he was doing very good.
And you always say
And then he
doesn't
came
do it
back
for
to the
PSG.
club and he
Okay,
didn't
fair.
do the
Okay,
same
fine,
thing he
fine,
was
fine.
doing at the
Okay,
Euros.
fine. Okay, fine.
I will never be on the Fabian
Okay, fine.
Ruiz train when it comes to PSG. He needs to get out of the club, respectfully.
Pull a-
You know what else? You know what else we have to look forward to in the Champions League?
What?
Another breast segment from our CBS
Oh, I love
Sports.
that.
So good.
So good.
So good.
Wonder. I miss them. They're like I miss them a lot.
You know what? Traditional football media on television had a few bad years, but
That's
now
back.
they're coming back.
It's back.
Like, did you see the overlap watch along with Neville,
so
Carragher?
good. Yeah.
So
Yeah,
so
and
good.
and Ian Wright. And,
So
yeah, it was
good.
And Coy
Yes.
Reed was there, no?
Yes.
Yes.
You
Coy
guys should
Reed.
watch.
Boy.
If you have time on your hands, watch the actual overlap. It's amazing.
Did they live stream it?
No. But I'm
They have a
saying
YouTube channel
They have a
where they
YouTube
play
channel where
everything.
it's just like a podcast.
Do they
every
live stream it
week.
though?
No,
think
but
so. Okay.
no, but they bring
They
on
premiere
they
it on
bring on
YouTube.
like great guys. Like they brought on fucking Ricky Gervais last week, and they talked about like
They don't know who Ricky Gervais is. I bet you.
The comedian. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
what did Ricky Gervais create?
The Office.
There you go, baby. Yeah,
Funniest
log
office.
in.
Okay, anyways, but
Sorry.
it's really good, and they do these fan debates and stuff like that, and it's just really great.
That's
stuff.
good. That's
So
good.
I watch them and I
I saw
love
Stunt
them.
Peg on there. Just destroy.
Hmm.
Anyways.
Real Madrid have a tough matchup. Atalanta,
Atalanta.
another low block team ish.
Yeah. Fifth in the table.
Atalanta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And they're playing away from home too, so
And why did Liverpool have Girona? Like, oh my god, so annoying.
They're coming off 2 wins against Madrid and Leverkusen, but they
They're-
have easy fixtures apparently. Like, shut up.
Girona are 30th in the table.
yeah.
Okay.
That's why I'm frustrated.
And
That they
debatably, Liverpool has the second hardest draw in the Champions League.
Next to you guys.
Wait,
Next to
what?
us.
What did you say about? What did you say about Girona?
What?
The 30th.
I said,
They're 30th.
yeah, no. I said, why did Liverpool have Girona? That's frustrating.
No, and then he said Liverpool are off the back of winning against Leverkusen and Madrid.
So I don't understand.
So you're trying to complain
Two
that
top
they
teams.
have easy fixtures.
No,
but they're just coming off of.
I'm just
2 of, like, the
frustrated that
best
it's
teams in the
Girona.
world
Yeah.
last season.
I'm
It's
just-
not fair, is it?
You shouldn't fucking worry about Liverpool or anyone else besides your team facing RB Salzburg.
I mean, I'm not. I'm really not.
Benfica Bologna.
Shout out Donny Van de
Hopefully
Beek.
Monaco slaps you tomorrow.
Yes, you're Aspria, man.
Asprilla is a tough player.
He was
Colombian?
He was such a baller in my career mode. I forget
Yeah.
which one, but
That's free. Yeah.
2 years ago though, because I didn't play career mode last year.
ago, you had a spree.
Yes, because I didn't play last year.
That's good scouting.
On it.
I didn't play last year.
That's good scouting.
Will
Wow.
you ever play Football Manager?
He said he would, and we're holding him to that. When it comes out,
My Xbox is at
Oh, wait until the new one comes out.
Yeah.
In like March.
you said March, right? Yeah.
I'm not buying it though. If it's on Game Pass, I'll play it.
What?
Well, then fuck.
What is it? $50?
Something like that.
Okay. Go to Arsenal.
Like when we
play.
get out of
Monaco.
class, you have extra time on your hands.
Sure.
Monaco.
Arsenal play Monaco. Should be a win, but actually no, we're gonna win.
Benfica Bologna.
And anything else?
Where are we in the
Benfica
table? We're
Bologna.
14th.
Is that what we're doing?
14th. We're above Man City. Put some respect.
And that's-
And above Real Madrid.
And PSG.
And above PSG.
And that's it.
Respect. Bayern Shakhtar.
That doesn't.
Dortmund Barcelona.
Dude,
on
the
Wednesday.
games this week
That's
aren't
a good
very
one.
appealing.
City,
Juve
Juve.
Man City. That's
Yeah,
a good
something.
one. There's some sneaky good ones. in
Yeah,
there.
there's some decent ones.
And these are must-win games for City and for Juventus.
I wouldn't say must win for City. Must win if they want to make the top half.
And for them, that is must.
It's must win for it's must win for City, must win for Madrid, must win for PSG.
Where's Juventus?
Must win kind of for Arsenal too, like respectfully, because we want
Juventus are
wanna-
19th.
yeah.
Like this is probably like.
This thing, everyone has to win because if they want to continue everyone wants to continue their charge into the top 8, then everyone has to win.
Of course, less games to play.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of, see the Club World Cup draw. I think this
Man.
is like last
No,
week.
we're not talking about it.
No. Oh, trust me, I'm not.
Okay.
I just want to point out
so weird.
how dumb the Club World Cup will always be until the zone comes with us with a sponsorship, and we get to go to games in person and cover it live. And we'd very much appreciate that, the zone. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway.
I guess we can just quickly say City got more charges, but I don't think there's. I don't,
230 right
I don't
now,
think
and
there's,
we know exactly what it means.
That's what I'm saying. There's no point talking about it
And we
because
are experts in
who
this
knows? But and that's everything that we need to talk about. There's nothing else we need to do.
Yeah.
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 Nothing else. So let's just let's,
Oh.
let's just take it away.
Oh, whoa, sir. Two very important things we need to get to.
Yeah, 2.
He's shaking his head.
All right, whatever.
He's shaking-
FPL.
He's shaking
Do
his
the
head.
FPL. Do the FPL.
Is there one?
I will do FPL.
Oh my
Also-
God, Julian on the FPL roundup.
Yep.
Let's do it.
Can I just say, I loved how we did FPL last week, where we joked about managers and the media,
Yeah.
and that way. So I'm relying on you two to keep that going.
Okay.
Oh,
How did
he's-
it go?
he's
Because
not
I
gonna-
can help. him.
He's not going to deliver. You'll see. You'll see.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, Blake is depressed. Starting off, 4th place this week. It was a weird week in FPL. Obviously,
was.
you had the Everton and Liverpool game. We haven't talked about it, but because of the storm out on that side of England, it got canceled. So that'll be
Was it a snowstorm or a rainstorm?
Rain. It was like flooding.
yeah.
Sorry. Sorry.
What are we doing here,
No,
guys?
seriously. Fuck. If we can play in some snow, they can.
Okay. Whoa.
Sorry.
And then Chelsea going to play in -17 weather in the Conference League this week, apparently. So, anywho, because of that, Blake didn't have a great week before that,
Blame it on
but
the
had an
storm.
even worse week because of it. He had Luis Diaz, he had Robertson, he had Dwight McNeil. None of them played. So you had Smith Rowe come in, Rogers come in, Leaf Davis come in. Is that right? Maybe something different.
I don't know. They probably were. I don't,
Yeah. And it was really bad. You had Holland perform. He got a goal for the first time in ages, and nobody else did anything else. So Blake Talbot, 24 points for you. That is terrible.
no, it's over.
Is it?
Game week rank of
The-
11 million.
The
That
oh
is.
my god. Yeah. So
Isn't that the max cap of players?
I think-
Some bots beat you.
So the Batty Shield manager did tell me, Shield Batty Shield manager did tell me that he does think there's a complete element of unluckiness in this system. However, his performances and his tactical mind is not firing at the way it should be right now, and he's missed some
I've read-
deadlines, and it's unfortunate.
I don't know if I'm right or I don't know what sources it was, but I did read that there was shouts of a potential sacking.
Yeah. I think they're gonna hold on till the end of the season.
Okay.
Because I don't know how you sack someone in the middle of an FPL season.
Right.
Because, yeah. Yeah.
Or maybe it was resigning. I saw maybe.
I think I saw that one.
Okay.
Yeah, like just deleting the app. I think that's something that might have to happen. Anyway.
Did you get to ask him about maybe perhaps retiring after the end of the season amidst his poor
Nah,
performances?
he's gonna go one more year for
Okay.
sure.
Okay.
Probably.
One more year.
Maybe.
Okay.
From what was it?
Mr.
From
Nice Guy.
24 points in last place to 58 points in third. Crazy jump. We had a tie for second place between Roll of the Dice, Julian Betancourt, and Macaroni and Cheese, Antoine Leonard. Some decent performances from those two. No more Mr. Rice Guy, I thought was on 52.
He is.
No, never mind, he is. I was looking at the week previous where he was on 60. Never mind. 52 points for Miles Alberga. This is like maybe the last time we're going to talk about your FPL week.
Yeah,
how'd
you know,
feel
the
about
manager
it?
was proud to put in. He was really. I spoke to him earlier this morning over the phone, and he was proud of the performance he put in. He got very lucky. No discounting that.
Go on.
But you know, it is what it is, and he, you know, I spoke with him earlier, and he said that, you know, he's gonna do his best to really rotate to, you know, make sure that this doesn't happen again, so that he's prepared and ready to take on the top two competition, and, you know, really try and keep that nice big wedge distance between bottom of. The
I mean, I
league.
think that just proves the level of capacity of the manager of No More Mr. Nice Guy to be happy with a 52 when the average week is 50 just says a lot. You know,
This is
when,
what
when you're
Accepting
sitting at a game
mediocrity.
week rank of 4 million and an overall rank of almost 3
if
million.
you know anything about the manager, he is well okay with just above average.
Okay, well, if you're gonna
That's
compare
his
yourself to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, the happy guy that's content with mediocrity, then you can go ahead and do that. But over here, we do it differently.
And again, you
off.
have to look at your performances in your other leagues. You know, I'm looking at your sixth place rank at the Yiddish Cup. I'm looking at your fifth place rank.
How do you have access to this?
I'm looking at your
How do you have access to this?
I'm
shit?
looking at your fifth place ranked in Diddy Diddlers. And you're down to 33,000 in the Thogged In and Thogged Out Super League.
There's no way you joined that.
I joined-
That alone should show you the levels that I'm dealing with, and I'm somehow 100 points back from this buffoon.
I joined it 3 years ago, and it automatically puts me back in that.
And you're down to 700.
Guys,
in
I'm
out
losing
of
to a
context
Thogged In
Premier
supporter.
League.
A Thogged In supporter.
Bro, I joined it 3 years ago. Lay off.
End the show. End the show. End the stream, blood. End the stream.
Fuck you. I got 6 less points than you this week. No one gives. It wasn't that bad, dude.
End the stream, blood. End the stream.
God.
So it's just your family members?
So
in there?
funny.
No.
Charlie Alberga,
Yeah, one.
shout out.
Read the other names.
Joshua David.
Rothstein, Bothstein, Goldstein,
Khabib.
Schmoll.
Sorsky.
Anyway,
Fulabak.
Okay, guys.
let's stay back.
What
on
is
track.
going on?
Goldenberg. Oh yeah. Anywho,
Fuck off.
This is why we don't let Julian do the roundup, because he just rambles for 20 minutes.
Yeah, this motherfucker went into my own personal life looking through the leagues I'm in.
I just saw it on the side. I couldn't ignore Diddy's Diddlers. Am I just supposed to ignore
That's
that?
pretty good. That's pretty good.
Anyways, tied for first this week is Roll the Dice and Macaroni and Cheese. Apologies for the earlier mistake. But I'm gonna go through my week first.
You didn't even go through my week. You just said how many points I had, and then criticized me for about 3 minutes.
Lad, can you stop complaining?
Again, glorifying
You're a hun-
mediocrity, I
You're a
think.
100
Again, you
point-
had
I don't
it-
care. No, it's fine. I'm
In
just
Burmo 13-pointer,
Thank you.
Vardy 12-pointer,
Like, Vardy
Colin 7, and then blanks beyond. Oh, Consa 8-pointer, and then blanks
Like,
beyond that. Again, big improvement from Blake. You're pulling away. I have to give you credit for that.
Yeah,
But
24 is insane.
2 weeks in a row, pretty much.
like that's mental.
manager will take it.
Oh man. Roll the Dice got very lucky this week.
Did he?
Initially, it was a terrible week with Salah, his captain, not playing at all. He also had Dwight McNeil in his lineup, so those two didn't play. But in a stroke of luck, Cole Palmer was his vice captain, who went off for 36 points for Roll of the Dice. Beyond that, he had Rico Lewis scoring a banger and then getting sent off. Great job, lad. So he scored 4 points. Aiden Nuri got 4 points. And beyond that, nothing else happened. So very fortunate from Roll of the Dice. And it's not looking great for him. Very lucky. And then top of the league by 31 points is Macaroni and Cheese. Cole Palmer, 18 points. Brian and Burmo, 13 points. And that's it.
Isak, put some respect.
Isak, 8
Isak.
points.
Lad, we need
Same
Isak.
thing with Rico
It's
Lewis.
a signing he was very proud of when he brought
You
him.
missed on your
Yeah.
captain pick.
I did. So this is the thing. He told me he had heard about the weather report in Merseyside, and he was a little worried about it. So he did change the captaincy right before going to bed to Saka, putting the vice captain Palmer. And so Saka didn't do very good for him. But he says he's not worried about the league, the league's lead.
I got to bring you up on your other leagues too.
Go ahead.
You're in the West Ham fan league.
Am I? I am.
Oh.
I had to pick a team.
Oh, fair.
I had to pick a team.
What the
That's
fuck?
valid.
Yep.
FPL with Monks.
Yep. Didn't name that one,
Is that how you're okay? And then Sport Media 2026, which we have not touched.
which we have not touched, but still first, obviously. Yeah, first everywhere, all across the board.
FPL Focal League.
FTL Focal
What a
League.
try hard.
Had to.
Anyways.
Anyways. Yep.
Good week overall from the lads.
Thank you.
At least 3 of us. Blake, this is embarrassing. You're 100 points behind now.
Back where I was like a month ago.
Listen,
Hey,
mountains
we're a
mountains are
third
gonna
of the
be
season
climbed, but man,
Over a third.
No,
Over a third. now.
Over a third.
yeah.
You got this. You'll be all right.
He now has the rest of the season in studio with us to discuss FPL tactics.
Mhm.
Unlike everybody else. Do you want to make your announcement?
Oh.
Miles?
Yes.
This has been a long time coming.
It has been a long time coming.
Tell the full story.
Well, in the most self-deprecating way, I don't think this will change the listener's experience much. A little less laugh, but I have decided to, I spoke with the manager of No More Mr. Rice Guy, and he's decided he got a formal offer from
We're
Macau
dragging it now.
to go on loan to London for 6 to 8 months, and he will not be returning to return in studio for a little bit. But other than that, I'll be around.
This is a sad day.
It is a sad day.
It's a
I
sad
will
day.
miss this very much. Mondays and Tuesday morning today. They're my favorite days. Talking footy, but yeah, I'm not going anywhere. I'll be back.
A little break.
Just
And
a
then
little
you come
break.
back and then you come back fourth year?
Come back, revitalized.
You're gonna watch Arsenal not win a title in person.
If they
Maybe.
do though,
If they do though,
then being in
yeah,
London for that will be legendary.
Yeah.
You're gonna set
And I
yourself
hope
up.
and I hope for his sake that it happens.
yes.
And
No,
we'll
it'll be
do-
good. We're gonna keep in touch. The group chat's still gonna stay this. Nothing's gonna change. It's just that these 3 boys are gonna have to find someone to operate their cameras.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll cook.
We'll
We
figure
have
it
to rotate about switching because
Yeah.
that hurt.
We'll figure that out. We'll figure that
Yeah.
out.
My hand was
So
sweating.
yeah, but regardless, thank you guys. It's been a real joy and pleasure. I had a few ideas. I was talking with Julian. He shot down most of my ideas about how I can still stay.
But what were your
involved.
ideas? Your idea was you send in a voice note every week to just play at the start of the pod
Not at
about
the
your thoughts
start.
on football.
Yeah, that's kind of it. We'll see.
we will
we
will
can
discuss-
talk. We can
and
talk.
we'll still have some remote pods where you are present, and then maybe we can call you as well.
Yeah, for sure.
We're probably gonna do. We don't know our recording schedule final yet, but Monday mornings is a possibility, and that would line up with your time. So hey,
Whenever I'll be awake.
we'll see.
We'll see.
We'll see.
But
Anyway.
I'm around.
Miles, we're gonna miss you, man.
We are.
This studio's gonna miss you. You're not gonna see it for a couple more months.
Oh man, good luck dealing with the EDC boys.
That is gonna be Blake's job now. Let's not put the EDC on blast live on the pod. Hold on.
That's
now.
true. Thank you.
We love the.
EDC.
can't
I
get
did
that
just
out.
figure out how to get rid of your
Can't go there.
watermarks on your screen, EDC. So,
There you go.
but anyways, yeah. Thank you guys. I'll be back. Real pleasure.
We love you, Miles. We do.
Thank you.
Thank you, man.
Take it away.
All right. Well, for the last time in a while with all 4 of us here, lads, it's been a good pod. All of our listeners, I hope you enjoy watching footy this upcoming week. Enjoy the Champions League
I won't.
and enjoy FPL if you dabble. Listen, boys, thank you very much. Thank you for listening. And Blake, with all the energy you have left, take us away and take us to Nando's.
We are out of here.
See ya.